One judge, two separate mistrials because of questionable behavior on the bench. Good evening, I'm Avery Haynes as we continue our City News exclusive into a judge who had to declare a mistrial in a drug case here at University Avenue Courthouse after being accused of dropping the F-bomb in front of the jury. Now, a mistrial declared because of a judge's behavior is highly unusual, but this judge has been down this road before.
Justice Robert Clark is accused of tainting a drug trial by dropping the F-bomb in front of the jury over his perceived displeasure at the defense's closing arguments. Audio and written transcripts show the judge's initial disbelief when confronted just before the jury was to begin deliberations. Judge, I can tell you that I'm astounded. If it was heard, I guess I said it, but if I said it, I can tell you it was entirely meant for myself. I don't usually speak aloud. The audio was played repeatedly in court without the jury present, and Judge Clark maintained he couldn't hear the offending word. He asked the Crown if he heard it. I did. My impression was that it was something muttered under your breath, and I only heard it because I happened to be looking at your face at the time. Defense. Audio tapes don't capture everything that is said in court. The court reporter is prepared to certify that's what was said. You represent the administration of justice. Everything you say, everything you do has great sway over a jury. The judge, who insisted he could not hear the swear word on the audio transcripts, proceeded to declare a mistrial in the appearance of fairness. This judge has been down this road before. In 2010, he declared a mistrial in a sensational dominatrix hitman trial when he admitted his facial expressions from the bench portrayed a reasonable apprehension that he had bias for the Crown's case. Defense lawyer David Budd has publicly chastised the way our province investigates and disciplines judges and says this, two mistrials by one judge's alleged behavior is almost unprecedented.
Once is extremely rare, two is virtually unheard of. It's important that these events be looked at very closely.
But there's also a third incident involving allegations of biased behavior from the bench. A mistrial application was put forward against the same judge in the 2015 high-profile murder case of Adib Ibrahim, a cabbie facing a second-degree murder charge in the death of a skateboarder. Justice Clark refused to grant the mistrial, saying he had a stentorian voice. But he acknowledged that when my face is in repose, I have what could fairly be described as a stern visage. The accused in this latest mistrial has told her lawyer she will be filing a complaint with the Ontario Judicial Council.
For a judge or a lawyer or a police officer or any professional in a courtroom to deploy obscenities as part of their professional dialogue in the courtroom, to my mind, is a significant failing.
Now, we reached out to Judge Clark. He respectfully declined comment for this case, but in an email, his assistant told us that we should listen to the audio transcripts to see whether we could hear the offending word. We did listen to it over and over again, but the audio quality was so poor, it was impossible to make out just what was said. The woman, meanwhile, at the center of that trial up on drug charges, pleaded guilty to those charges before a new judge the next day.